Hi, um, I'm Matt Anderson, and I'm happy to be sponsored by Big Day Disc Golf, and it's a real honor. Really happy to be doing that. So I figured I'd show you guys what's pretty much in my bag for any tournament, depending on the course. I mean, normally there's a few things here or there depending on the course, but this is my pretty much setup for anything. So, we'll start with putters. I carry a lot of different putters because I like to throw putters a lot. You get a lot of control, a lot of accuracy, and the courses I like to play, I prefer like the woods. You know, a lot of woods golf up here, some good ones. So I'll show you kind of the approach putters you could say. The Jawbreaker Zone, always good. I've carried a zone in my bag for as long as I can remember. Super useful for forehands, backhand, overstable. Great for everything. The Jawbreaker plastic breaks in a little bit. You can get a little bit straighter on it, holds a little bit longer, doesn't skip because of the grippiness of the plastic when it hits the ground. Very, very great useful disc. This is a new disc to me. I put it in towards the end of last year. It's the 400A4 or 400GA4 by Prodigy. Super cool. Complements the zone well because of how overstable this is. This is a touch less stable. I can throw it slightly pretty flat, maybe a slight anhyzer, and it's just gonna hold straight. It's gonna hold whatever line you put it on. Great for sidearms again. I like to use a sidearm approach. I feel like it's very accurate because you can look at your target the whole time. I get this out to like, I never use it for anything more than like 225, 230. And then I move up to my mid ranges for that if I really need to. But very useful disc, very great. We'll see if it stays in the bag for beginning of next year. Thinking it's going to. A couple other throwing putters that I use are the Prodigy PA4s. This is a 200 plastic glow PA4. It's a little flexier, a little grippy, nice for turnover shots. It's pretty understable, straight to understable, so you're going to hit it on this line and it's going to pull to your right. You want to sidearm it and have it go to the left, just a little pop, and it'll kind of hold that line and float down. Very glidey. I use it sometimes for longer putts, 65, 80 feet. You can really get behind it. It's going to pull a little right, but still have enough glide and slight stability that's going to finish pretty flat. Really like the PA4s. This is another one. This thing's been money for me the last, 2 years, I think. The Prodigy, the Proto PA4. Great plastic. One of my favorite plastics for anything. Dead straight. Every shot you can imagine with this disc. I love it for little sidearms. It just pops up and it just holds. Same thing, understable. You're gonna pull to the right. You put on a hyzer, it's gonna get to about here and hold. You really snap into it. You can hyzer flip this thing and it's just gonna roll over. So you can use that for any kind of shot. Super useful. So yeah, Prodigy PA4s, highly recommend. Great beginner disc, great everything disc. You can do so much stuff with it. Other discs I throw, this Discmania P1. It's pretty beat up. It's D-line, old, first run. I think it's a 165, 167, somewhere in there. The weight's gone off of it. I use this for a lot of touchy little things through the woods, or even in the open if I know I gotta get around a bush and let it just drop and hit. it's just gonna do whatever I want it to do. It's so, it's beat. Like, this isn't supposed to do this. This is how beat up and old it is. Super useful for a lot of different stuff. Again, another one where I can pop it out there and it's just gonna do anything. It's gonna want to go right because of how beat up and old and just it's an understable disc as it is. So extremely useful and handy. Another new one, kind of towards the end of the year, was a Discmania P3X. Overstable, slow, not going to go very far, maybe about, I like to get about 200 feet or so on a hyzer, maybe. Not super overstable like the Zone, but it's slow. Like, it doesn't go places very fast. It's just going to go and put it here. It's going to hold it and slowly come to the ground. It's not going to go too far. It's, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Good for sidearms because it's overstable and can work an angle on it. I can release it on a Anheuser and it's going to kind of flatten out and sit flat for me. Pretty cool. I'm really liking that. What I putt with is the Prodigy PA3s. Right now, I have the 200 plastic in the bag. It's grippier, it's flexy, it's cold up here in Buffalo. So this definitely helps in the cold. You can keep your grip. I don't play a lot during the winter, honestly, because it's cold. I don't want to be out there when it's cold. And yeah, but during the season, I'm usually using the 300 plastic PA3s. And I don't know, these 200s are feeling pretty nice. So some fresh one of these during the summer might stay in the bag. Also used great for, I like to use these off the tee a lot too. I usually put one more in for that, depending on the course. If I'm at a short course, I'm going to use a putter off the tee a lot. I can throw in one of these guys, and I know it's going to pop the flat and just ride a hyzer for 250-ish, and that's what I need it for. That's a great addition. If you can throw a putter 250 accurately, it's going to change your game, and especially in a woods course, technical short courses, whatever. Super useful, very accurate, not going to skip away on you on some shots. Yeah, I highly suggest throwing putters. That's why I carry so many. Mid-ranges. I've always been a big fan of the mid-range, again, because I throw a lot of wooded courses, and that's always just been my strong point. So I have Prodigy M4s, 400G plastic. This green one, dead straight, slightly right turn, glide forever. This blue one is a first run, a little beefier. I still like to throw on a little bit of a hyzer, and it'll just hold. It'll just go to flat, and that's it. It doesn't go to the right, doesn't go to the left very much. If I put it on a hyzer, it's gonna pop to here and hold the hyzer. If I put it on an anhyzer, it'll anhyzer. But if I throw it how I want it, how I generally throw this disc is straight. It's gonna slight hyzer, pop the flat, and just go straight. That's what it does. It saves so many strokes on my game. Very great Prodigy. If you can get a first run, get it. They're money. They're slightly more stable than the regular runs and super useful. This guy, 300 M4, very underrated disc, I think, and especially in the lower grade plastic. So flippy. I can release this guy like this. It's gonna ride and finish to the right. Like, it's gonna hyzer flip and get over. There's a couple shots at one of my home courses that it's about 240, I think it is, and it's usually a sidearm over the water, or I kind of hurt my sidearm a little bit last year, so I had to really hone in on my anhyzer shots. This disc helped. I know I can hit a line and it's gonna flip up to flat if I really want to ride and flip it up. If I, on that specific shot, if I want to go over the water, whatever it is, 220, 240, I can throw it like this, aim at that one specific tree, and know it's going to break at that tree and come into the right. I've hit chains on so many stuff, so many baskets on that kind of a shot with this disc. It's great. Again, another great beginner disc if you're trying to get somebody out to go play. Finished talking about this M4. Super beginner friendly, understable, great, cheap, 300 plastic, super, very useful discs. Other discs, other mid ranges, my money makers, the buzzes. ESP buzz right here, got earlier in the year, early last year. Been a staple in my bag since. Super money, flat, a little flex in the flight plate, super grippy. Love this thing. It goes probably my farthest flying buzz. I know I can pop it on a slight anhyzer and it's gonna flatten out and glide for days. That's what I like about this. Very glidey, super nice. Again, this one is a Glow Z buzz, super overstable for a buzz. Very, very nice. Use it for sidearms, overstable shots for 200-foot things like that. Hyzer, it's gonna get down to the ground quick for a buzz. That's why I don't have to carry like a overstable mid range like a Justice or anything like that. This thing does what it needs to do. If I need anything more, I can throw a zone or go up to a driver if I really need to. But overstable mid range shots, this Glow Z buzz from BFDO last year, Buffalo Flying Disc Open, money. This is probably the oldest disc in my bag. 2014 Surprise of the Fools, flat, pearly, money, gummy, buzz. Again, love the buzz. I have buzz tattoos. I have an ace with this. I've had many near aces with this disc. It does everything. Sidearm, backhand. I can't say enough. It's the disc. This disc is everything for me. If I lost it, I'd be lost. Just another extra buzz. Always gotta have extras of your main disc. I throw a lot of mid ranges and putters. Most of the time, open, tight courses, wide open, whatever. I can throw my buzzes accurately, 280, 300, maybe a touch more if I want to flex it. There's no wind or whatever. But they're not enough to be said. Comfortable grip, everything. So, money. Get yourself a buzz. Fairway drivers, understable, F7 from Prodigy, flippy, roller. I use a roller. This mostly roller. Backhand, forehand, everything. Anhyzer shots, super good. Love it. Blarney Summer Open last year. Up at Newfane. Great course, great people. Check it out. Prodigy F7. Very beginner friendly, very great, comfortable in the hand. Roller. If you want to learn a roller, get yourself an F7. Other end of the spectrum, overstable fairway for me is an FD2. Some would compare it to like a overstable T-Bird. Kind of sluggish actually in the air. Doesn't go super far for me. Very good utility disc, sidearm, backhand, forehand roller a lot. This is like a get out of trouble kind of disc for me a lot. Overhand if I really need it. Thumber, whatever, tomahawk. Great. Discmania FD2. Useful. Get yourself one. FD. Straight. That's what you need to know. any line you're going to put it on, it's going to hold. This Glow one is a touch overstable. At least flat. It's going to go slightly to the right and just hold a flat line, straight line. Land in the middle. Money. 300, 320. Great. P-Line FD. Understable for me. Slight hyzer, gonna flip to flat and just hold. Release it flat, it's gonna pull to the right, carry down to the right, and finish low. It's not gonna cut on you, cut down or anything. It's just gonna finish flat to the right usually. I use this for like big anhyzer shots. Or there's a couple shots at a tournament that I had to throw like a 350 20-foot, 330-foot Anheuser shot over the road, back into bounds, and it parked the basket twice. Both rounds, and it's love these discs. I have a few of these. This is a prototype. Well, this is a prototype, but the P-Line FDs, I highly recommend. Next, the 9-speed drivers, mid-speed drivers, CD2s, S-Line, great. Super accurate, goes far, super glidey, straight, understable. They're money. They're very, very useful. This is probably my main driver I throw. It goes about 330 to 350 where I want it. I don't need to put a ton of power behind it. It's super glidey. I don't throw much farther than that anyways. Very accurate. Does what it needs to do. This one, a little more overstable. Good for sidearms. Good if it gets windy. I know I can, pop it up. It's going to ride a little bit and still finish out. Very nice. CD3 is like an 11-speed, very similar to the Wraiths. I throw Wraiths as well. We'll get to that. Good complement to everything here with the CD2. It's a big brother, pretty much. 11-speed, a little more overstable, a little more glide, a little faster. Very comfortable in the hand. I have S-Line ones coming in the mail that just came out over the holidays a couple weeks ago and everything. So I really want to give a try to the S-Lines. I've been loving the C-Line that I got last year. Super money. Glide. I mean, Discmania stuff glides. It's so far for anything you throw by them, it just seems like it just keeps going. I highly recommend. I'm looking forward to the S-Line ones to see what I can do with those. Pro Wraiths, main drivers. I carry a couple of them, usually 2, maybe 3 if I want to get a light, like a flippy one, if I know there's a shot, of course, where I need to fly far and flippy, to the right. Or if I need a flippy sidearms and everything. I mean, these things are awesome. Main distance driver, long distance driver, open field. I get these out 375 on a good day, 385, whatever. Distance shot, can flex it out. I know it's gonna come back. Heiser, I know it's gonna pop up a touch and just glide. And Heiser's gonna Annie. Both of them pretty similar. The red and blue guys here. Star Wraith, overstable for me. My sidearm disc, it just goes, man. It just pops up and just flies. Overstable, fast, great disc. I love the Wraiths for my drivers. I started throwing. Drivers have always been the thing that kind of been my, not problem, but thing I always need to work on. Driving, distance, all that. The Wraith's been great. 11-speed, comfortable in the hand, not too overstable. I highly recommend for anybody and everybody. That's what's in the bag. I carry the Upper Park Rebel V4, I think it is. They got last year. Always got a nice big water bottle. Stickers, send me stickers. Minis, gotta have your minis. Play a lot of tournaments. Pandemonium, love it. Guys are great. Towels, gotta have your towels. Big Buzz towel, Discraft towel, awesome. That's about it. That's what's in the bag. Thank you for the opportunity, and I'm stoked on this year. It's gonna be fun, and to have the support of you guys, girls, ladies, dudes, whatever. Stoked. It's gonna be fun. Go Big Daddy. Big Daddy Disc Golf. Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks, guys.